Hello beloveds, welcome back to Real Feels. Today we're going to be doing another makeup tutorial for hooded eyes. I'm getting this eyeshadow game down, whether you like it or not. Keep watching. Hello beloveds, welcome back to an awesome day here on my YouTube channel. We're going to be doing another makeup tutorial. I know, this is really exciting. We're going to start by priming our eyelids with Urban Decay's Primer Potion. I already went ahead and pre-moisturized earlier. God, I swear I'm going to get this primer business down. And I'm actually using the brush this time, and I'm only brushing the part that I will be putting shadow on. Now I'm using some tips that I remember from the other tutorial from MakeupAndArtFreak and from Anna. And the one thing that I forgot to do in my last makeup tutorial was do white on the eyelid because it came out super dark and gross. We didn't like that. Okay, so I obviously messed this part up, so I'm just gonna blend with the same brush and my finger the primer. I really like Wayne Goss's tutorials also. I just don't seem to be applying the technique as well as I should be or thought I would be. My lashes just got tinted by the primer. That's just lovely. So now I'm gonna look like I have white lashes. Whatever. White lashes are dry, but these teardrops I cry, it don't have a price. Loving you is cherry pie. Cause you know that baby I... So happy accidents guys, I'm gonna teach you a new trick. So what ended up happening was I ended up putting the primer by mistake here on my lower waterline. I am thinking, typically when the makeup tutorials call for a white eyeliner, maybe by already putting that on my waterline, it might have already pre-primed me for eyeliner. We're primed, and now we have to set it, so we don't forget it. I found my blender brush. It just says blender. That's how I knew it was the blender brush. Ugh, I've been using the wrong brush, no wonder. I guess there's such thing as a smudge brush versus a blender brush. I had no idea. You might be face palming, but guess what? Hello, right there with you, duh! That's why we're learning together. I'm going to be using this one for I need a transition shade. So we're going to be using this Morphe 35B palette. The first palette I ever bought. I know! I'm going with my 205 brush by Sephora. Using the shadow side. Kiss and Tell. Kiss and Tell. We're tapping. We're using this color right here. And by the way, I understand now why Morphe's palettes don't have mirrors on them. Now we're just going to apply the tapping method. And I'm taking my time. I'm not trying to rush. Okay, so I remember when I worked at the Starbucks on Dumetz and Topanga. This is a funny story because I said I'm not Russian. As in I'm not in a rush. And, spoiler alert. And there was this customer who was really, really handsome. I can't remember if he was married or if he had kids and a wife. I just knew that he was really handsome. And I forgot his name. But I remember one day I was, I wanted to be extra out of my way for him. And I went as far as asking him one day, I'm like, so, you Russian today? And he's like, no, I'm Ukrainian. I'm like, no, are you Russian? As are you in a rush? And then we laughed for about a minute, and I still remember that moment. And this is also the shade that we're using to set the primer, okay? What do I want to do? What do we want? Makeup. How do we want it? Beautiful. Now. Okay, everybody told me I should not do purple or green, but today's color is brown. I'm so tired of brown. Like, I keep trying to do a smoky eye, but I just keep burning myself. Okay, so right now we're just examining the real estate. What do we want to build? I want to be good at my makeup game. That's what I want. I'll be using this color right here. We messed it up, so now I'm just going in. It's because you're scared of touching the makeup. Just go in there. Don't touch. Just can make out. And kiss and tell my butt. Hi. Look at that pigment. Look at that mother. Going in again. Going in where? I don't want to overdo it when I do it either. I literally just tapped and I'm just going in and I'm swishing above the eyeball into the crease. Above the eyeball into the crease. Am I doing anything? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay. Now, do all eyeshadows make it look like you have a big bruise or is it just me? Okay, because hello. I'm figuring out if I do the same thing as I do on the other side at the same time, we will have equal and better results. Right? Because remember the first video? Ugh, I can't even. Okay, so it's like a nice transition shade, right? But I didn't blend it. Maybe that's what it is. I just know how to apply my makeup. This isn't a very bright shade, but you know what? It's pretty. And I want to feel pretty. Because I want to ombre it out, you know, man? Ombre it out, man. Get it? The way that MakeupAndArtFreak did it, like she had like an ombre, like it was like a dark, she did a transition shade of like a lighter kind of brown, and this is like from 2017, okay? And then she did like another brown and she blended that together, and then she did like a white eyelid, which is what I forgot to do in the last tutorial. Whatever to you. Oh my gosh, we have to use our secret. I like to use this tape sometimes when I do my drag. I'm going literally underneath my eye. And this isn't super adhesive-y, so it's not gonna really do anything. This is Next Care First Aid tape. I don't know why you move your head all the time. What's with your attitude? Whatever to you. And I typically like to tape from the top to the bottom. That way I have the right angle so it lines up with my actual eyelid. And be mindful, folks, and put it underneath your eyelash, because that way you can also, if you happen to, when you're doing your lashes, it doesn't get on your lower part here. And then you can fill that part in afterwards. Now we're going to go in. We have pink. Maybe we'll do some like orange and blue. Yeah, I haven't even touched this orange shade yet either. Which brush do we use? We want to do the orange and a blue with the pink. Using my angled liner brush, using the 35 bead palette again for this orange shade, okay? Oh, it's really pigmented. Now what I'm doing with this orangey shade is that I'm actually creating a crease. That's what I want to do, is I want to go over the pink that I started with. And I want to create like my own crease. So you can see it. But this isn't doing anything. We'll go back to the 205 shadow side. This might be better. And we're tapping. What I'm doing. Okay, I'm not tapping. This is what I'm going to be doing now. Right where my crease is for my eyelid, I'm going to go like literally right above it. A little bit above it and drag down. It's not working like I want it to. Everybody says it has to do with the brush that I use. I think it's technique. But if it is the brush, please tell me in the comments below. So I'm going back on top of the eyeball. Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay. So I'm back to the orange, and I'm just gonna tap right above the line. And what I like to do to like ensure that I don't mess it up more than I already have, sometimes I like to overcompensate by going above the line with that, which is, I just learned this. I just trial and error. Right where that line is of skin, what I did with the brush is I went above, but instead use the brush towards the bottom and like let the top part here of the brush be what touches your eyelid. Do you know what I'm saying? Because then if you go too up high here, you create a mess like what I did. So instead of going here with the brush, you want to go here with the brush, and so you actually create that crease this way, like a rainbow. Don't forget to look in the mirror. And so I don't have like that snaggle right there. I call it a snaggle. We want to go up. So touch your tape and touch your skin. Don't do skin to tape, do tape to skin, okay? Or pad to skin. Because if not, you'll end up having like the powder residual edge here, and you don't want that. Okay, and I just know that because it's common sense, duh. You know, I'd really like to go to makeup school or cosmetology school, but I just don't want to learn the nails part, and I don't want to do the hair. I just want to learn how to do makeup, okay? And then when I'm ready to go into hair, then we'll do hair. But like, I just want to learn makeup. And what I mean makeup, I just want to learn eyeshadow right now. I got the contouring down, kind of, I think. They should just make a school for Eric. You know what I mean? We need a school for Eric. And it would just be a school tailored to what you want. It's eccentric, it's real, it's intelligent, and it's catering to you. Eric. So that's all I'm doing. The only challenge that I have, really honest challenge that I have here, with this part here, is that I typically create the look, oh, it's not a problem, I just fix it. I should just go here, yeah. So typically like over the eyelid, I always got like the round part here, and then because my skin tucks in, I end up like missing that circular part, which I understand why people now use like that thin brush and they like draw it on, or they cut the crease, but we're learning, duh. Okay, so now let's do the other one. Remember, I always told you the right one's always easier. Ugh. We should have like, I really feel like maybe it already exists. But like it should be like a dummy, or like, okay, do you guys remember like in the 90s, they probably still make those, like those life-size Barbie head dolls that you would practice hair on? I wonder if they actually have like one of those like faces that you can just practice your eyeshadow on. Or like there should be like a replicator that like lets you take a mold, or like you submit your picture and they send you a mold of your face, and then you can practice your own makeup on your face without it being on your face. So once you practice it on the dummy, you know, then you can put it on yourself without looking like the dummy. Right? I know. Hello? Let's make it together. It was my idea. Also, these little dots in hooded eye, sometimes hooded eye people get them too. We have like these little skin taggy things. Those really also help. Okay, so do you see what I'm saying? Now I can tell you because this one's like virgin. So instead of going up here and bringing down, we're just gonna go here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this part real quick. I'm gonna be using the Sephora blender brush to blend out from the top down. I know we're going to be going in later with like a highlighter, but I really just wanted to accentuate. I like the way, this part about me that I really like. I like the way this looks, like this, I have like this natural shape here. I really like that and I want to play with it. I just don't know how to, which is why we're learning this together. I know I'm supposed to do white on the eyelid and like a little darker shade here. So what I'm going to do first is lighten up my eyelids and then do the smoke out. Clean the brush, clean the brush. This is a song that we sing when we clean the brush. This is a song that we sing when we clean the brush. We're cleaning the brushes. We're cleaning the brushes. Dry cleaning the brushes. We're cleaning them all. We're ridding them of all their stains. So if you want to paint your face, you can today. All you have to do is use clean brushes and clean them and brush them and clean them and brush them and clean them and then use them all today. Yeah, this is nonsense. Too Faced, your white chocolate bar palette is nonsense. It doesn't even work, okay? Is that why I got it on discount at Sephora for Christmas last year? It was 2 years ago. More to my favor. This should last forever. You see what I did? I went up high here, and I'm dragging it down here. So the pink kind of echoes as a higher wing. I want it to be my wing. Okay, so do you see how I have the pink here? It doesn't connect. I need to fix that. I'm using my smudge brush. And I want to do it while looking straight ahead, because if I don't do it straight ahead, it's not going to look the same. And with the smudge brush, I'm going back in there with the pink. And I'm actually going to go in there with a lighter pink, believe it or not. I'm going to go in with the same sparkle pink here, that pearly kind of pink. I want to just do the eyelid, where you only see, because of the hooded eye. So I'm creating like another layer, but I'm not smudging it out. I'm just literally like trying to draw a very minimal line, so I just kind of accentuate the eyelid with the sparkly pink. And I want to smoke out right here, this corner right here. Just want to smoke it out a little bit right here. I want to smoke it out with a blue. We're going to use my Sapphire Obsession by Huda. Clean the brushes. Oh, you gotta clean the brushes well. Clean the brushes. You gotta clean the brushes well. You gotta clean the brushes well. By the way, thank you all so much for watching and for joining me. I love you so much. Like, I literally get inspired because, like, you're watching me. Remember how I used to do the tape out? That's what I'm doing. On the edge. I'm like on the edge of Glory Gaga style. Now we take our blending brush. So I'm literally blending from here down while I'm also taking here in. So I'm going that way. I'm pushing that way. I'm telling you, I have a knack for this. I just need to know how to do it and what I'm doing. I should not have isolated myself in the sandbox. I should have actually stepped out of my bubble as a kid and played with kids, because I probably would have learned more. No, I'm really debating if I want to even do like a winged liner, to be honest, because I really suck at that. But I'm gonna do an eyeliner. Note to self, Eric, put a table right here for yourself, okay? So you're not dropping everything. So I'm gonna use my Marc Jacobs eyeliner. I love Marc Jacobs, he's amazing. His mascara is, oh my God. I got one for my mom. So, don't do that. I'm starting off in the top, in the middle of like the eyeball, and I'm gonna be going down this way. And I'm gonna be doing the same thing here. So as to just kind of create a hold. Like that's what I like to do, like I'm holding the eyeball. Okay, I probably don't recommend this tape because it sticks to your skin. We're gonna peel it. Something I don't understand. It's either too much makeup or not enough makeup. Ugh. I'm like, I need like a perfect medium here. Right? Oh, so sexy. My mom still forgets that I have a freckle here, and every now and then she's like, Eric, wipe your face. I'm like, I have a freckle there. Hello. Thought I'd share that with you. Look straight ahead when you do a cat eye, Eric. Great, I have a Darwin fish. Ugh. I look like a Darwin fish right here. I did it! Point is everything, people. Literally. Thank you, Anna, for your tip on how to do a winged liner. You always want to make sure if you have a hooded droopy eye, you look straight ahead. You want to map it out. A steady hand is very important when you're doing a winged liner. And this is our finished product. And I'm using some holograph highlighter from, and this is actually highlighter too. Isn't that great? I know. One thing that I learned about a hooded eyeliner when you're doing a winged one, even though Anna already said it in her video, I should have listened, but I didn't. Have we not learned from my tutorials? It should be called like when Eric doesn't listen makeup tutorial. Because look at how great it looks. Okay, just like that, just straight up. But if I lift my eyes up, that's no way now. Okay, don't do that. I learned that the fine point of a felt tip tattoo pen from Kat Von D works amazingly, better than like gel liner. But you have to top it off with black eyeliner to like so it sets, which is what I did. But it came out too high because I tried to like go here and then like I marked myself. So whatever, don't do that ever again, Eric. But we live and learn. We should put on a lip. I think it was a trial one. Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in the shade of Cruella by NARS. So I'm going to be using some white eyeliner and some black eyeliner. I'm going all the way to the waterline, and we're going to go back in with the Marc Jacobs black eyeliner. Okay, where else does the light hit me? Because we want to be able to add more highlighter. Other than that spot on my nose. It's like Tinkerbell just landed right there. What if we built upon highlighter, upon highlighter, upon highlighter? We're going into the center of the Holographic Alchemist highlighter kit by Kat Von D, into the middle, using Ultraviolet Sapphire, tapping it, kiss and tell. So it gives me that like holographic lip. Don't give me any lip unless it's holographic. It's hotter than a Chilean sea bass. I'm also using the bottom pink opal to layer. There you have it, beloveds and lovers. Ladies, gentlemen, and makeup enthusiasts and tutorialists. Special thank you to my fellow YouTubers and makeup artists and teachers. I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you for your tips. I'm going to continue to use them and improve my makeup game daily. Till next time, paint with all of your colors, and I'll see you next time in the next tutorial. Mwah!